Neiman's Family Market. Experience the Neiman's family difference. Fresh fruits and vegetables, where Michigan-grown products are featured daily. Local is more than what Neiman's sells. It's who they are. From Grandpa John's quality meats since 1952, featuring a complete meat and deli department, to Grandma Sophie's Bakery, to the Corner Cafe, even a complete pharmacy to serve you. That's what Neiman's Family Market is. Experience the Neiman family difference. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware is open 7 days a week in the Riverview Plaza. Everything you need in hardware, from wiring, paint, tools, outdoor equipment, and even picnic and camping items. Check the specials on Valspar Paint and the Ace Hardware specials. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware also has a complete gift department with candles, outdoor furniture, grills, and much, much more. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware.
Okay, back at it for the second half. Craig Zimmerman, Coach Denny White on Saturday night, second half. St. Clair, as we talked about just before half, on top 41-23. Replay of the kickoff.
This is what you get when you don't catch it in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, he thought it was going to go in the end zone. Yep. Picks it up on the 3. That's Farnsworth on the return to about the, 8-9 yard line?
Yep.
Broncos will take over 1st and 10 from the 9 to open up the third quarter. Lots of football to be played here tonight.
Scoreboard operator warmed up during halftime. He's ready now.
It's only Bill Durrell's 982nd game.
Yes, it is.
You know? Rutledge under center, man in motion. Up the gut. Not a lot there. Game time temperature started at 40 degrees. We're now at 36 degrees at East Shine Stadium.
Josh Boyne with the carry. Tackled by number 52, Parker Griefor.
Parker Griefor in on the stop. Give him a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 10. Couple replacements coming in on the Broncos side. Bringing in with a play with Jared Rutledge. Deshesky wide out left. Left side, got some running room. That's Boyne on the carry up near the 35-40, taken out of bounds at about the 42-yard line.
With the carry, tackled by number 22, Duncan Gillis. First down, Broncos.
Josh Boyne, the senior, on the carry.
Thought they had him trapped over there.
Yep, picks up about 30 on the play. Saints with a commanding lead at 41-23. Farnsworth split out far to the left side in front of the Bronco bench. 2-man backfield. Misdirection inside. Got some running room across the 50 down to the 47-yard line.
Number 24, Jacob Rainey with the carry.
Rainey on the carry.
First down.
Donaldson on the stop. Spotting the ball right at the 47. 1st and 10 Broncos. Opening set here, the 3rd. Handoff left side. This time it's Boyne, still going. Puts his head down. Picks up about 12 in the play. Clock stop, gets out of bounds. 1st and 10 Broncos.
These are the adjustments they made at halftime. They look pretty successful.
Yep. I think I mentioned to you, Coach, before the game when we were talking, I said somebody asked me about the Mariners' next, opponent, and are they good? And I said, well, when you get to this point of the season, everybody's pretty good. And these are 4-quarter games. These are no longer halftime games where you get your subs in.
Yep.
These are full four-quarter games. Up the gut again for the Broncos. Not much. That stingy defensive line of the Saints doing a good job. Yeah, these tend to be these cat and mouse games where you feel each other out a little bit and you score a little here there and you make an adjustment. Saints, they're in a good position, but I'm sure he told them we got to keep our eyes and doing what we're doing. 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Well, we had talked about making adjustments on the quarterback, and it seems like the quarterback's not run the ball, but everybody else has in the second half.
Quarterback keeper
now he runs the ball.
Picks up 6, 8, 10, 12. Wow. Across the 20 to about the 7, about the 19. Another pickup, about 15 on the play.
I wouldn't say he's fast.
No, but
he gets the job done.
Well, his offensive line is basically blocking the way they need to block. Ball be spotted right on the 20. Farnsworth again split out to the far side. 3-man backfield for the Broncos.
Inside again.
Yep.
There you
go. Not much there this time for Rainey.
Number 4, Jacob Rainey with the carry, tackled by number 79, Max Schweihopper.
This game is on Saturday night. You're probably watching it Sunday afternoon. If you haven't turned your clocks back, you're a little late.
You're a little late. That's right. That's right. You're going to be at work an hour early.
Yeah. Opening drive of the third quarter. North Branch Broncos moving the ball at the 20, 2nd and 10. In case you wondered where North Branch is, due north of Lapeer.
Sounds right.
About, 8 miles maybe. Timeout, North Branch. 8:50 left in the third.
Just north of Burnside.
Okay. Downtown? I was talking to the coaches before, and they said that the town is only about 850 people, but I think it's a large surrounding area. We talked about the fact that the winner goes on to play next week at Williamston. In case you're keeping track or wondered, the way that the MHSAA keeps track of this is by points. So the reason that the Saints are home tonight, the Saints have 70.7 points. And the interesting thing was North Branch and the Saints had the same exact amount of points. They went to a tiebreaker and the Saints got the home game. Next week, either of these teams will play Williamston, and Williamston has 78 points. And that's based on the formula of wins and your opponent's wins. Farmington Hills, Harrison's the other side of the bracket, and Chelsea, and they have less points. But if the Saints were to meet Farmington Hills, Harrison, or Chelsea, they would be in a semi, and that'd be a neutral site. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Farnsworth near side in front of us. Man in motion coming near side. Pass play, cross center. Ooh, just out of the reach there that time of Josh Boyne.
And he was open.
Yeah. So bring up a 3rd and 10.
Number 28, Josh Boyne, incomplete.
Broncos have put together a nice little drive here, but you got to put it in the end zone to feel good about it, right?
Yep. Yep. You don't get any points for yards gained.
No. I think you folks can hear the crowd's noise because we've got a microphone down in the crowd. Pass play, screen pass, oh boy. 10, 12, he's going to score.
Screen pass to number 11,
Nathan Farnsworth from 20 yards out scores on the opening drive of the third quarter. Saints had him where they want him with a 3rd and long. Had the blocker in front of him, 2 blockers in front of him. Made a good play. Yeah, he is. 41-29. Now they're going for 1. Farnsworth the holder. Kick is good.
No.
Oh.
Wide left.
Logan Sawson on the kick. No good. 12-point ball game. And they got a kick to the Saints. In case you're just joining us, Saints returned the first 3 kickoffs of the night for touchdowns. Ethan Mann on the first, Austin Schweiger on the second, and then the Broncos did what they thought was the right thing and squibbed it, and it happened to get back to Mann, caught a seam and returned it for the 3rd touchdown for special teams. The 4th time, they kicked it to the just past the first row. And that's what I would guess they continue to do. Give it to a lineman, but don't give it to number 2. About a 3.5-minute drive by the Broncos, and they put 6 on the board. Yep. Picked up around the 41 right side. Picked up about 5 yards in real good field position for the Saints, almost to midfield.
You can play on a 55-yard field, it's going to pay off.
Yeah. First down, St. Clair on the 45.
So here we go. Brady Gleason and company on the offense. Selleck and Buslip split out to the right side. Left top look, near side looks like Schweiger. I don't know. Are they catching it? No, they're saying no. That was intended to Austin Schweiger. Trapped.
Pass incomplete to Schweiger.
A little hard to make that call when his back is to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the replay board.
Yeah. Can you imagine how long a high school football game would be if they instituted that? These NFL games have gotten ridiculous with the replays. 2nd and 10 from the 46. I formation, Mann the deep man. Ethan Mann, he's got a lot of real estate in front. 50, cutback, 45. Going to be a yard short. Bring up a 3rd and 1.
Mann with the carry, tackled by number 4, Rutledge. It's out to about the 45-yard line.
That's the play. Get your best runner out in the open.
Was that Mann on the carry? Okay, thought so. Offset eye for the Saints. Keeper gets the first down and a couple more up to about the 41-yard line, maybe 40, 41. Checking back in, Austin Schweiger. Saints perspective right now, all you want to do is grind it out and eat clock.
Quarterback sneak brought to you with the courtesy of Carter Dombrowski, Jake Zamita, and Parker Greenford in the
moving.
middle. Yep.
Doing a good job dominating the line of scrimmage. Single man in the backfield's Mann. Gleason throws. Almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of number 4, Jared Rutledge.
By number 4, Jared Rutledge. 2nd down.
Rumor has it that Jared Rutledge has a famous uncle in St. Clair.
I've heard that story.
That's what I heard. Second and 10 from the 42. Schweiger goes far side. Selleck near side. Mann in the backfield. Pass play, he's got him. Caught at the 20. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Donovan Borg on the touchdown from the 42 yard.
Yep, right there.
Beautiful run.
He played tight
Yeah.
end.
Yep.
Look at that. Now it's a foot race. And I think he lands on
Yeah,
the
he
player,
did.
so he is
He's
in. Yep.
Yep. Saints stretch the lead to 47-29. Point after by Krusky. Looks good from here, and it is. Saints on top, 48-29.
St. Clair 48.
19-point lead.
29.
Coach, you look at the score here and you go, you know, there's a lot of points put up on the board, and you really don't decipher that one's more important than the next. It's all part of the whole deal.
Yep. The idea we talked
know?
about earlier is you got to win by one today to move on. Win and move on.
Take what they give you. Play to the whistle. Play every down like it's your last. They talk about that. I've heard some college coaches and pro coaches make the comments in football that the biggest thing they say that separates people from a mental aspect is playing every play and just separating yourself from that last play. You just have to play that. You know, forget about whether it was a good play or a bad play and just go with the next one 100%.
Next play. Yep. That's what you need to do
And
as
I'm
a
sure-
relief pitcher.
I was going to say, I'm sure that's what you do in
Yep.
baseball too, because it doesn't matter what just happened. Yeah, I've always thought, can you imagine what it's like, a relief pitcher coming in with bases loaded, you know, no outs, you know, with a big hitter coming up. That's good. Nerves of steel.
One pitch at a
Yeah.
time.
Saints kicking off. 7:20 left in the third. Nice kick.
It's going to catch this one. Yep.
Got it on a bounce at the 10. Uh-oh. Gets loose a little bit. It's Farnsworth still going. Up to the 35-yard line. 25-yard return on the kickoff.
Miller with the return.
Problem the Broncos have right now is they're able to muster up some offense and put some points on the board, but they can't stop the momentum from the
Cannot,
Saints.
yep.
So, you know, here with a 19-point lead, matching them, you know, you got to come up with a stop at some point.
Yeah, if you're going to match them, you're going to lose by 19 points.
Yep.
Or 12.
Yep. Two-man wide out left, two-man backfield. Rutledge under center. Left side.
Middle. Nope, there you go.
Saints defensive line there.
Joe Phillips.
Green with the carry, tackled by
Parker Griefor and Max
Yep.
Schweihofer as well. I think that a lot of ball games, the big thing that fans don't realize is that the big grunt work on the line is really where the game's won and lost most of the time.
Absolutely is. And you know, the only way that the only measurement for those linemen is wins and losses.
Right.
That's the only thing
Yep.
they can measure.
But boy, when you have a bad line, big difference, boy.
Wow,
Yeah,
yes.
it's just night and day. Keeper for the quarterback, left side,
There,
cut
good.
back.
Finally,
Yep.
stop.
Pick of about 3 on the play, bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, if you're Ethan Mon and you have a bad line, then you're
Yeah.
really not Ethan
Yep,
Mon anymore.
right. Yep. The other thing too is that high school football, if you watch the progression of a team and an offensive line specifically mature from week 1 to week 9 or 10, it's pretty amazing the differences, because there's a lot of learning curves that go
Yep.
into their blocking schemes. And I don't even understand it all, but there's a lot that goes into it as far as all the deep playbooks they have. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Sweep.
Nope, ran into his own man. There you go.
Saints contain him. No pickup.
28 shots.
Well, you know, the thing that we talk about from a coaching perspective is if you watch at the end of the season, if you watch your first game and your last game, it's
Different
not the
team.
same team. Yeah.
That's like Coach Glodich has made mention before. He said by the time you get to the playoffs, take a sophomore, for example, you think early on you say, that kid's young. He's young. He doesn't know anything. By the time you're week 11, that kid has advanced so
Yes.
much that it's not a beginner anymore. He's a seasoned veteran. So, yeah.
Kicking or punting for North Branch, number 7, Schweiger, deep for the Saints.
Schweiger deep for the Saints at around the 33-yard line. Broncos got a fake going on.
Fake.
Passing deep. Farnsworth got him. Wow, that was a heck of a play because there was 2 guys right on him. Beautiful pass.
Yeah.
Rutledge to Farnsworth. Look at the replay. They had good position on him. They just weren't looking up.
Yep. Turn your head.
Boy, heck of a job. You know, watching this game on plays like that, it looks so easy from up here.
Yes.
Even the coverage.
It's always easy from up here.
You know, fans will say this or that, but it's like you can't tell if a guy's cutting in, going straight. Heck of a play for both Farnsworth and Rutledge.
Yeah, that was excellent play.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. 3-man backfield for the Broncos. Left side, number 28, Boyne.
Number 28, Boyne.
This offensive line has done nothing but block all night. They've done a really good job.
Yeah, the Saints have not punted, and technically I think they've only punted once.
Yep.
2nd and 4 from the 26-yard line. Full house backfield for the Broncos.
Quarterback.
Keeper.
There.
Boy, still got a couple.
He still keeps going.
Yeah. He's not super fast, but he knows how to read it.
Tackled by number 7, Schweiger. 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Definitely 4-down territory for the Broncos. Problem is, for the Broncos, the clock is just ticking.
Plus, as often as they score, they have to find a way to stop the Saints offense.
And they haven't. Offensive line set up tight. On the carry, Boyne
They
got the 1st down up to the 20, going to spot it at the 19-yard line.
They have great offensive push.
Yeah.
Boyne with the carry, tackled by number 52, Parker Greenport. 1st down.
Saints have been in control all night. It's a whole lot better playing with a lead, too, is with the confidence level of your defense. You can give up a big play here and there and not feel under the gun. 1st and 10 from the 19.
There
boy, look at that. There's a defensive play.
Aiden Gedeke.
Yes. Behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Let's see the replay on that one. He had a beat on him there.
Linebacker. There he comes. He bounces off.
2nd down.
Yeah,
Yep.
nice play.
Gets off the block. And he's a sophomore.
Yeah, that's the best thing, right?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah. 2nd and 13 from the 22. Just under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd. Broncos not playing with a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they're not in a hurry here.
The tempo's not
Tempo,
really
yeah.
there.
It's just timeout. Timeout.
Yeah.
Broncos with
Took 'em too
1:37
long.
remaining. We could take a watch at a sponsor, I guess, or we'll be right back.
Another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low.
seriously.
And builds
Strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Here we go with a 2nd and 13 from the 22-yard line for the Broncos of North Branch. Pass play. Rutledge out of the, gets chased.
There he goes.
Sacked.
He's down.
Lance Schweihofer on the sack. Loss of another half dozen.
And the clock's running.
Yep. Here's a replay. Schweihofer coming from the defensive end position. Wish I had a telestrator here.
That's right, yes. Boom. Good.
3rd and 19 from the 28.
Now, I don't want to start anything, but I would really watch the screen pass here.
Yeah.
Or not.
Got about 4 or 5 yards.
Yep.
Bring 4th and long. It was Boyne on the carry, Schweiger on the stop. 4th and what's that, about 18? 16
It's a
or
long
something.
ways, yeah. 4th and long.
I think this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 2 men wide out left, 2 men in the backfield.
There it is.
Screen pass.
Stop it.
Hit by his own man,
There
then a
you go.
whole host
Yep.
of Saints.
Yay.
Saints will take over on downs at the 27-yard line. Big stop for the Saints.
Nice play by number 22, Duncan Gillis. That's the way to stop that.
.9 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Pitch play, Mon, cut back, 30, still going to about the 35-yard line. He'll pick up about 8 on the play. At the end of 3, 48 for the Saints, 29 for the Broncos.
Again, the jump cut is not something you can teach somebody.
No, we'll be right back. CTVC, Spring City, St. Clair.
North Star Bank is a true community bank whose loan approvals are made locally by bankers who live in our community, understanding your needs, and will meet face-to-face to discuss what's important to you. From opening accounts to recommending products and services, North Star Bank looks forward to sitting down with you and building a strong relationship to reach your financial goals. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Loans are subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, and member of FDIC.
Back for the final 12 minutes to be played here. Craig Zimmerman, Coach Denny White. St. Clair game of the week. I would be putting my money down heavily for a trip to Williamston next Friday or Saturday for the Saints. Brady Gleason under center. First man through, left side. Have no idea who was.
Somebody in blue.
30, Brandon Ruba with the carry.
Ruba with the carry.
Number 4, Jared Rutledge, second down.
This is the 4th quarter, and
Yep.
this is the district championship
Yes,
game.
it is.
So there is a championship trophy at the end of this. clock is running.
First down and then a whole bunch more across midfield.
Mann with the carry. Tackled by number 66. Lawson Rutledge. First down Saints.
First down Saints at the 49-yard line.
Ethan Mann over 100-yard rushing now.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't count.
Well, that doesn't count the kickoffs.
Kickoff.
Right. From the shotgun, Mann left side, cutback, give him a couple.
Mann with the carry, tackled by number 13.
Okay, Saints fans, here's the deal. Next Friday or Saturday, you're going to pack up the car, you're going to head to Williamston. You don't know where Williamston is? It's about 15 miles east of Lansing. The first major town west of Fowlerville off of 96. About an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. And the Saints will take on Williamston.
Dress warmly.
Pitch play, Mann left side, 45-40. Puts his head down, run out of bounds at about the 40, right at the 40-yard line. First and 10 Saints. Clock stop with 10-10. Marine City played Williamson in Division 4 about 10 years ago. Maybe 9 years ago. Selleck goes split out far side. I formation for the Saints. Mann, the deep man. Up the gut. Nothing there for the Saints. On the carry, number 28. Henson.
Jason Henson with the carry, tackled by number 66.
You're going to say got the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Checking back in, Matt Buslip, the sophomore, number 11. Buslip to the near side, got two Saints to the far side. Gleason throws, no, incomplete, intended that time. For number 86, Dombrowski, Garrison Dombrowski, bring up a 3rd and 11. Checking back in for the Saints, Brandon Ruba. One right, one left. Mann in the backfield, man in motion. Ruba. Pass play, cross middle, caught at the 22. This time it's Scott Selleck. Chains will move. 1st and 10 Saints from the 22.
Nicely designed play.
Here's a replay. He's coming from the left end there.
Get the defensive back backing up because he thinks you're going to run by him, and then make the cut.
Gleason pitch play to Mann left to the 20, inside to about the 17. Give him about 7 on the play.
Tackled by number 9, Eli Robinette. 2nd down.
While the Saints are moving the ball, the
Yeah.
clock is running.
I don't think there's any reason to pass the ball unless you get a situation where you got a long, 3rd or 4th and long. 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Gleason. Whistle. No penalty marker. call here. You know, my guess is something with equipment.
Yeah.
His mouth guard, chin strap, something like that. Because there was no penalty marker thrown. Gleason comes off. Matt Bustle will play the quarterback position. Is it the case that he's got to stay off for a play? That's what he's looking at the official.
Yeah.
Bustle takes a snap, hands off, left side. Yeah, that's what it must have been. He had to come out of the game. Matt Bustle, the backup quarterback, typically playing his wide receiver position. Checking back in, Donovan Borg for the Saints. Bring up a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Gleason, single man in the backfield's Mon. Calling an audible. Moving a couple players around. Gleason back. Rolling to pass. Throws it deep. Caught! Beautiful play! Touchdown, Ethan Mon. Wow, highlight maker there. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but Gleason to Ethan Mon.
What a play.
At the 2. Here we go. Watch him right there.
I thought he stepped out of bounds also.
Tell from there, but evidently
And
officials there. Officials there.
Right there.
Saints up 54-29. About puts a nail in the coffin right there. Point after. Saints at 55. Broncos of North Branch 29.
Well, he can do it on a kickoff. He can do it on a play from scrimmage, and he can do it on a pass reception.
.723 remaining in this game. And if you joined us late, once again, the Ethan Mon Show, along with the supporting cast of his offensive lineman and Brady Gleason. There's others, but quite a show tonight. Seems to put on an offensive clinic here.
We talked earlier about the weapons that St. Clair has offensively, and they certainly have shown them tonight.
Deep.
Yeah, there you go.
Over the head. No, Farnsworth catches it at the 5.
There you
Taken down at about the 15. Give him about 12 on the return. There's only one problem, I think, that Coach James Bishop and Gary Griffin have with Ethan Mon.
Yes.
He's a senior.
He's a senior. Yeah.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the only problem. .718 remaining. Think of a high school game as a 4-lane highway. Coaches, players, officials, and spectators, each with their own lane. Sportsmanship depends on everyone not crossing over the line. Fans keep it between the lines when they cheer positively for their team, so don't cause an accident. Fans, stay in your lane and let the coaches, players, and officials do their jobs. Running left. Caught behind the line of scrimmage again. Loss of about 7 on the play.
Well, and that's the offensive problem you run into now. You need points quickly, and you're going to have to get them through the air.
Yeah, you get a little desperate, and you change up and do some different things. And, you know, technically, I mean, if you look at it from an offensive standpoint, North Branch played a pretty good offensive game. They've scored 29, and I would say, generally speaking, your offense puts 29 up. That's a pretty good game.
That's right.
In a district final. But giving up 55 is a different story. Got to play both sides of the ball. 2nd and 15 from the 12. Handoff left side. Cutback. It's Josh Boyne on the carry.
Well, and you ask offensively, what could they do differently? I don't think they can. I think they've taken advantage of what they have available, and they've done a really good job.
I think they punted the ball twice and turned it over on downs for third time. So it's it's a pretty good plan. So the Saints will vie for a regional title next weekend against Williamston. 3rd and 10 from the 17. Rutledge to pass, throws, intercepted. It's going to be returned, maybe for it does. Pick 6. Did you get the number?
Yeah, I thought it was Gedke.
Aiden Gakey on the pick 6 for the Saints makes it 61-29. And when it rains, it pours.
It does. Yep. Well, and again, that's the
nature of.
That's what happens. You need the point.
You get desperate.
Need the pass.
Yep. Point after is good. 62-29 in a game that was, fairly close a little while ago. Yeah, you get out of character trying to press and do some things, make things happen, and that's what happens. Saints have pretty much scored in about every possible scenario.
I was just going to say that. I'm not sure there's another way.
They haven't returned a punt yet.
No, that's right.
That's the only
Still
about
a
this.
chance.
They've run, they've passed, they've kickoffs 3 times, and a pick 6.
5:38 to go. Sinclair 62, North Branch 29.
Let's look at it this way, Saint fans. East China School District has 2 teams that are the top 8 in their respective divisions in the state. So the Saints, with a win next week, would go to the Final 4. Five and 38 remaining in the game. Deep. I'd let it go.
Ooh, yeah, that one would have gone in.
Farnsworth on a return from about the 3 up to the 21.
Farnsworth with the return. Gets it out to the 20-yard line. Tackled by number 48, Anthony Greeforth. First down, Broncos.
Broncos 1st and 10 from the 21. Rutledge under center, single man in the backfield. Man in motion, got up the gut, maybe a couple. Interesting to see what's going to happen with the idea of a central high school, huh?
Yes, well said.
Are they putting it to a vote this spring?
I've heard that. That was my understanding.
That's what I heard. I'm sure there'll be a lot of dialogue in the next 6 months. 2nd and 8 from the 23 for the Broncos. Keeper by Rutledge, the quarterback, maybe a yard to about the 25.
Joe Phillips.
Tyner Warner on the stop as well. Jason St. James checks in. Anthony Griefor checks in. Clock ticking there with 4 minutes remaining in the game.
Boom.
Counterplay left
Nice
and
tackle.
met with a whole host of defensive linemen with blue jerseys. Phillips on the stop.
If you have to play your last home game, you may as well make it a win.
There you go. The seniors tonight will be Coach White, a whole host of them.
There are a ton.
4th and 5 from the 26. Punt team on. Whoa,
Uh-oh.
bad snap.
Kick it.
Got it off.
Nope,
I
stay
thought for a
away.
second they were going to pick it up.
The seniors playing their last home game for the Saints, led by Ethan Mon, Scott Selleck, Donovan Borg, Christian Jabiro, Jamison Henson, Anthony Griefor, Parker Griefor, Carson Marquardt, Jake Zamita, Tyler Warner, Michael McKinnon, Garrison Dombrowski, and Jonathan Thorngate.
Congratulations to those seniors, and they will continue to play for a regional title next week.
And they're not done.
No. Matt Buslip in at quarterback, hands off this time to number 23. Wait. Who is it?
This is one of those times when you want to make sure none of the starters gets hurt,
Yeah. Yep.
if possible.
Two and 37 left. CTV game of the week here from East China Field. Craig Zimmerman along with Coach Denny White on a Saturday evening edition. Saints will go on to win the district title. As we mentioned, looking for a regional title. On this carry is
Evan Kruski. Max Schweihofer playing some offense.
Be the Saints' second district title since 2013. They won in 2013, and just 5 years later for the second. And that year, as we talked earlier, Saints went to the semifinals, which means one game from Ford Field. Stepped out of bounds. I don't know why he started the clock. Sophomore Matt Buslip under center. Looks like the Saints will move the chains here. Minute 47, 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. You can hear the jubilation on the sidelines there. Bustle hands off. Special thank you to our crew in the trailer, Paul Dingeman, Bruce Holiday, Kenny Young, Austin Barney, and Dave Shields tonight. As we talked about here, Saints will play in Williamston next week. We're not sure if it's Friday or Saturday. The Mariners will be home on Friday night, 7 o'clock game time, playing for their regional title for Division 5 against Detroit Denby. One right, one left, I formation for the Saints. Could be the final play of this game. Cross center to about the 30, and that will be the last play of the game. Final score will be 62 for the hometown Saints, 29 for the visiting Broncos of North Branch. Saints will go on to 9-2 and go to the regional finals as we talked about. And we'll watch the presentation of the district title trophy here. You hear the horns. So the Saints are district champs 2018. On a beautiful 36-degree Saturday evening here at East China Stadium. I'll tell you one thing, this 11 weeks has gone by very fast.
It has been very quick.
Seems like they go by faster every year.
Just wait.
Yeah, I know. It's so coach or athletic director Sandy Rutledge will be out there with the trophy, handing it off to James Bishop and company. And I'll ask the guys in the booth if we're sticking around for the presentation or not. He says yes, they will. So Saints go to the north end zone, and then they'll come back for the presentation here momentarily. In case you joined us late, Saints got off to a quick start with a couple touchdowns on kickoff returns, actually 3. The Broncos had no answer for the Saints offense. As you can see in a district final to score 62 points, it's pretty impressive.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Not something I think either team would have
expected.
guessed at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sandy Rutledge has a microphone. I don't see anything.
I don't know.
So I'm going to say that we probably will cut it off here because all he's doing is handing the trophy off to Coach James Bishop.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the presentation of the District 2 Championship Trophy, let's acknowledge these two fine teams for their achievements this year and their play today. At this time, we direct your attention to the field where Sandy Rutledge, Athletic Director of St. Clair High School, will make the trophy presentation to the district champions, the Saints of St. Clair High School. Accepting the championship trophy, Coach James Bishop. St. Clair now moves on to Region 3 play against Williamston in Williamston next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Congratulations, Saints.
Well, we've established something that we're going to play on Friday.
Friday night. So enjoy this one this week, Saints fans. I'm Craig Zimmerman. Thanks to Coach Denny White. Pleasure doing this game, and we will see you next time.
This CTV sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City in St. Clair.